Do you ever feel like you're meant for something bigger? But every time you try to take action, laziness pulls you back. You sit there, full of ideas and dreams, yet you can't seem to stop scrolling, binge watching, or avoiding the work that actually matters. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. You're not lazy. What if I told you that the reason you can't get started has nothing to do with effort, but with how your brain is wired? Ambition and laziness aren't opposites. They often live in the same space. The bigger your dreams, the more overwhelming they can feel, and that's what keeps you stuck. But here's the good news. You can break the cycle today. Laziness isn't permanent, it's just a habit, and habits can be changed. By the end of this video, you'll learn 3 powerful steps to take control of your mornings, eliminate distractions, and focus on what truly matters. These steps aren't complicated. They're simple, effective, and designed to help you align your ambition with action. So, if you're tired of feeling stuck and ready to step into the life you've been dreaming of, let's dive right in. There was a time when I had big dreams. I wanted to be more productive, achieve success, and finally take control of my life. But every time I tried to start, I fell into the same cycle. I'd tell myself, tomorrow will be different. But when tomorrow came, I'd find an excuse, scrolling through my phone, watching just one more episode, or convincing myself I needed the perfect plan before starting. Sound familiar? Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and before I knew it, I was stuck in the same place, feeling frustrated, guilty, and constantly wondering, why can't I just take action? The truth is, laziness isn't about being weak or unmotivated. It's a comfort zone loop. Your brain naturally seeks instant gratification instead of long-term rewards. When faced with a task that requires effort, your mind looks for the easy way out, choosing distractions over progress. It's not your fault, it's how we're wired. But here's the good news. You can rewire your brain to break free from laziness and take action effortlessly. And it doesn't require a massive change overnight, just a few simple adjustments. The transformation starts with understanding why we procrastinate. Once you identify the triggers, you can take small, practical steps to align your ambition with consistent action. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. Step 1. Build a simple morning routine. You wake up, grab your phone, and before you know it, you've spent 40 minutes scrolling, watching random videos, and responding to messages. The problem? You haven't even gotten out of bed yet, and you've already lost control of your day. Most people don't realize that the way you start your morning determines the rest of your day. If your first action is aimless scrolling, your brain gets wired to seek distractions all day long. But if you wake up and start with intention, your brain stays focused and productive. I used to struggle with this myself. Every morning, I'd wake up, check my notifications, and get lost in social media. By the time I got up, my mind was already scattered, and my motivation was nowhere to be found. But once I started following a simple, structured morning routine, everything changed. I didn't make it complicated. I just picked 3 small habits to do first thing in the morning. Here's how you can do the same. Wake up and drink a glass of water. This wakes up your body. Stretch for 2 minutes to get your blood flowing. Write down 3 key things you want to achieve that day. So you start with focus. It's not about waking up at 5 a.m. or following a billionaire's routine. It's about having a plan so that the moment you wake up, you already know what to do. Win your morning and you'll win your day. Step 2. Limit your time on social media. Imagine this. You sit down, determined to start working on an important task. But before you even begin, your phone buzzes. You pick it up, thinking you'll just check one notification. But one notification turns into 20 minutes of scrolling. And before you know it, your focus is gone, and you're stuck in the doom scrolling loop. Social media isn't just distracting, it's addictive. It's designed to hijack your attention and keep you hooked with endless dopamine hits. Every time you scroll, like, or watch something new, your brain rewards you with a small surge of pleasure. The problem? Your brain starts craving that instant gratification over real work. I used to tell myself that I didn't have time to work on my goals until I realized I was spending hours every day on social media without even noticing. So I decided to take back control. Instead of quitting cold turkey, I started with small changes. I set a 30-minute time limit for social media apps. I removed notifications so I wouldn't get distracted. I replaced my morning scrolling habit with reading or journaling. The result? I felt more focused, got more done, and finally had time for the things that actually mattered. Here's your action step. Set a daily limit on social media, even if it's just 30 minutes less per day. Use that time for something productive, and you'll be shocked at how much more control you have over your life. Step 3. Learn to say no to unnecessary distractions. Have you ever planned to work on something important, but then a friend calls you for a quick chat, or a random invitation pops up, and before you know it, your day is completely derailed? If you don't set boundaries, your time will always be controlled by other people's priorities instead of your own. The ability to say no is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. Successful people aren't successful because they do everything. They're successful because they protect their time and focus on what truly matters. I used to struggle with this myself. Anytime someone asked me for help, invited me out, or needed something, I would say yes, even when I had important things to do. I didn't want to disappoint people, so I let their priorities take over my schedule. But over time, I realized that saying yes to everything was saying no to my own goals. Here's what helped me. I started prioritizing my tasks first, before saying yes to anything else. I set focus hours where I wouldn't respond to calls or messages. I learned to politely decline without guilt, because protecting my time wasn't selfish. It was necessary. Here's your challenge. For the next week, say no to at least one unnecessary distraction. It could be declining a pointless group chat, an unproductive hangout, or an extra task that doesn't align with your goals. Protect your time, and you'll finally have space to focus on what truly matters. Right now, you have two choices. Continue doing what you've always done and stay stuck, or start making small, powerful changes that lead to real transformation. The truth is, self-discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. You don't need to change everything overnight. Small steps, taken daily, will create the biggest results. Think about it. What if you wake up tomorrow and follow a simple morning routine instead of wasting your first hour on distractions? What if you cut your social media time in half and use that time to work on your dreams? What if you started saying no to unnecessary distractions and focused on what actually matters? Imagine where you could be a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, if you start making these small changes today. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who have superhuman motivation. They are the ones who master the basics, show up consistently, and refuse to let distractions take over their lives. And now, it's your turn. You have the knowledge, the plan, and the strategy. All that's left is action. Your future self is waiting. Are you going to show up for them? Now, let's go over the final steps you need to take to start applying this immediately. Ambition without action will always feel frustrating. You can dream about success, plan for it, and wish for it. But if you don't take action, nothing changes. The good news? Action doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to start. Even the smallest imperfect steps will push you forward, closer to the life you're dreaming of. Let's quickly go over the 3 steps that will help you break free from laziness. Build a simple morning routine. Win your mornings, and you'll win your day. Limit your time on social media. Stop feeding distractions and start feeding your future. Learn to say no to unnecessary distractions. Protect your time like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Now, it's your turn. Which of these steps will you start with today? Drop a comment below and let me know. Take one step, commit to it, and start building momentum. And if you're ready to take control of your life, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next video designed to help you break free from laziness and unlock your full potential. Your future self is waiting. Don't keep them waiting any longer. Start today. Blast off.